Well guys, as you can see, it is about to storm here in not so sunny Florida. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update before it starts to rain. So in my last video I was asking about some wires from the furnace heater that went into the wall and back out of the wall. And what I found out was that this piece right here was not actually a little button to keep the door snug when you're going down the road, as I thought it was. It's actually a switch, and both purple wires were plugged into this. So that was a positive wire coming out of the DC side of this power box here. And when the door was closed or partially closed, there was a connection. So there was power going to the furnace. But when the door was wide open, this released and it broke connection in the positive wires, which turned the furnace off, because this is where the heater furnace was, and then over here was where the door hinges were, so it would open like this. So if the door was open completely, the heater grate on the furnace would be blowing directly against the bathroom door, which would not be a good or safe situation. So I'm 95% sure that that's what the whole situation is. So yeah, I learned something new every single day. But one exciting update, if you haven't noticed, is this piece of wood under this cabinet is gone. I finally worked up the nerve to unhook the wires coming through the floor. There's a pink, a white, and then this ground wire here. Once I traced each one, this white one goes to the bus bar, the pink one hooked into a red wire coming out of this DC side, and then that copper wire went into the front here at the bottom. So essentially it was just 3 wires I was working with, so I got up the nerve to unhook them, and that allowed us to remove that piece of wood with some finagling, because there is, I don't know if you can see it, the pipe that goes to the gray tank is underneath that wall, so we had to cut the wood around it. So it's going to be fun getting a new piece in there, but we did get it out of there, so I was pretty excited about that, because that will allow us to run full-length pieces across here versus what we were having to do, which was cut shorter pieces, but they were sagging down because of the wood that was here. So now we can get it all put in and shimmed, so I'm pretty excited about that. I did purchase a new toy today, which was a router. I'm gonna hopefully be using this to cut out the window holes. I didn't pay very much for it. I think it was $60 or $70 at Home Depot, but I gotta, learn how to use it first. So yeah, we gotta patch up some holes. That's another thing I guess I should point out, is we did remove all of the propane lines. We had to remove them out of here to get this piece of wood out, and I've been talking about getting rid of propane for a while. I mean, we got rid of the propane fridge. Right now the propane water heater isn't in the trailer. I did want to get one that was propane and electric, because mine is propane only. But I'm thinking of going another route, and that was suggested to me. So I'll make a video about that later when I make a decision. But I decided that propane was not the way that I wanted to go. So I removed all of it. I still have all of it. It literally took us 5 minutes to get all the propane lines and everything from out of the trailer and from underneath the trailer, and the whole setup on the front of the trailer. It took us like 5 minutes to get all of that out. So if I change my mind, It'll be super easy to put it back in, but I will need to get some different fittings because I obviously won't be putting all 4 lines back in, because there was a line down there for the fridge, there was a line for the water heater, there was a line for the furnace, and then there was a line for the stove. So probably if I put it back, it's only going to be 1 line, maybe 2 at the most, but definitely not 4. So I should probably head in because it's gonna rain soon. Just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. Show you guys real quick kind of how scary this is. Here's my trailer, and here's the biggest tree we have in the yard. I'm thinking this probably wasn't the best place to park this, but it's kind of too late now. So hopefully no big branches like those up there fall on my trailer. I think they're pretty snug in there, but I don't know. It's looking pretty dark.